Welcome to SHIßböX. Here's your host. Thank you. Yes, welcome to SHIßböX. Here at SHIßböX, we're of course all about all things Xbox, and we present it in a completely unbiased and, kind of just free-flowing form and fashion. And of course, that's why you're here. We know that you have, a desire to be around all things Xbox and such, and that's why us here at SHIßböX bring you all that news and information in a completely unbiased way so that you can be. And so, what do we got on the menu for you today? Well, you ask and we tell you, you don't ask and we tell you anyway. But of course, today we are going to be talking about the one and only... Oh, you read the description, you already know! Shit, you cheating bastards. Call of Duty, that's right, man. So Call of Duty, we just got this one here as a visual aid and representation because, while all these other channels and stuff are out there and they're like, hey, we're going to put some gameplay footage and just do a voiceover and stuff like that. We want to bring you raw, uncut, unfiltered, just straight up news and information that we present in a completely unbiased way and manner and such. And that's why us here at SHIßböX, when we start talking about Call of Duty, we would have to kind of point out that, yes, Xbox kind of bought Call of Duty and owns it and stuff like that, but the stipulations around that purchase, letting it be on other platforms like PlayStation, for another decade, really you don't have to buy it or play it or, really do anything with it on Xbox and stuff. So you could hopefully get it on PlayStation 5, soon to be PlayStation 5 Pro, and rock that fucking haptic feedback. Bam! It's just such a great, feature that is, so kind of modern gaming and stuff and, just cutting edge future, even though it's been around now for, 4 or 5 years or whatever now. Man, you just can't argue with the fact that haptic feedback, blah, 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 blah. Am I throwing a grenade? Am I pulling a trigger? Am I, feeling the tension on a bow and arrow? All of that's there or whatever. It's crazy and stuff. But, hell, Xbox has the Rumble feature, and that's cool too. So, you can definitely play it there, but we hope to, at least for the next 10 years, maybe pick up some copies on PlayStation while it's being made available there, because let's be honest, it's probably only going to be good for another, Call of Duty, probably good for another about 10 years as they're releasing it on PlayStation, because as soon as they stop, it's probably not going to be as good anymore. So, but, we don't want to talk about where the franchise is going long-term, 10 years down the road, because we here at SHIßböX want to bring you the news and information that's more current and relevant. And what is current and relevant is the fact that the new Call of Duty, whatever it's called, man, is coming out very, very, very soon. And while you're saying to yourself, man, that's going to be an awesome thing to check out and play, yes, that would be, but, really, if you think about it, Call of Duty has been around for so long now, and there's so many iterations of it out there that they have started now. When you pull it up, for instance, man, you get a little sidebar that has all of the different ones you can do, like Modern Warfare, or Black Ops 3, or fucking whatever the other ones are on there, right? It gives you, the option, because they're all on there, so it's kind of all the same game. What's also the same game, but you don't need to just keep guessing which one you want to go into, whether it's Black Ops 3 or Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3 or any of that stuff, man. If you don't want to mess with that, then you could play the same game over and over again. And that's dude, The Last of Us, just off the top of our head. And, now this one's on PlayStation and stuff like that, because this is going to be kind of exclusively over there. You can play it on PC, but you're not going to really get, all of the stuff out of the game that you really want to if you do that. But, this is really more just a side note anyway, because we're all things Xbox here at SHIßböX. But if you want to play the same game over and over again, you could do that with Last of Us, if you wanted to. Now, you, of course, every time that you play it, want to purchase a new remastered edition of it, and that's why Sony brings that to the market for us or whatever, because they know that we want a multitude of copies of it. And, they kind of learned this from the model that Skyrim used and such, when everyone was like, hey, let me buy this game again, I want to be a different class. Let me buy this game again and be a different class. So it was really kind of easy to follow that model and just keep re-releasing the same game with, in PlayStation's case, like huge upgrades or whatever. Because, everything's just bigger and better and stuff. And then, you get Xbox, it's kind of the same. Like, Call of Duty's out already and not the new one. The new one's coming out, but I'll bet it's Call of Duty. I'll bet it's the same. I'll bet it's a bunch of bastards running and jumping and shit and doing all these fucking flying around moves and whatnot, where, anyone that's loaded down with the equatable amount of gear and, ammunition and weapons and stuff like that would have no capable, chance of doing that unless they're wearing like a mechanized suit and such. And we know that, advanced warfare and stuff like that and all that crazy running on wall shit and stuff, that's all in Call of Duty too. Think back to all those times and be like, that really was ridiculous, and that's why there was such a call for boots on the ground action and stuff like that. And that's why it's easy to just kind of forget that other games have come out that really put you in that boots on the ground experience and things of that nature. Oh, fuck, not that one. They put you that boots on the ground experience and things. Let me see if we got anything where the sausage is made. Hold on. Put you in that experience of like boots on the ground, running, stuff like that. And, man, we don't got any like great examples, but we do got a great example of like something that can be boots on the ground when you're not having a great ass time, and that's motherfucking Spider-Man, because you could be boots on the ground in Spider-Man and just walk the streets and you will see all that attention to detail and people in the cities and stuff like that you really don't see in Call of Duty, because, all you have is like your team and the enemy team. There's no people walking around. So whether you're boots on the ground, flying in the air, using some crazy technology on the battlefield that really doesn't make any sense and such, Spider-Man and what they've done over at PlayStation is have the, foresight and forethought when making a game to be like, hey, there are civilian populations places, maybe we should put them there and stuff. And it's like, what are you doing, Call of Duty? Like, yes, they have some levels in some of their games and whatnot, but if we're talking strictly about the multiplayer of Call of Duty, and us here at SHIßböX, we want to be fair and just stick to all things Xbox and just, pretty much talk about how great it is. We have to just make mention that the civilian population really is only going to be found in those campaign levels that all you assholes wanted them to take out of all the, war games and stuff like that. It's like, we don't need a campaign. We just need online multiplayer. Battle Royale means better. And so, that's where you kind of get into thinking like, hey, Call of Duty doesn't have a big civilian population walking around these blown out war zones and stuff like that. Now, you could be like, well, A, that's because they would have all been blown the fuck up and, not been there and stuff. Or B, you could be like, dude, it's a video game. Like, this is supposed to be like just a team-based deathmatch or whatever, to where you don't want like external, people just walking around that have nothing to do with it or anything like that. And it's like, yeah, but let's be honest, in Spider-Man, there's criminals that you can fight and there's a civilian population, and they merge together well, as far as both being in the game and stuff. And while, you got some civilian population in the campaign, you're not going to find them in multiplayer. And if you're looking for them in multiplayer, you're going to have to go to the campaign. So, you know, something that Xbox could definitely improve on with the Call of Duty, franchise and stuff like that. But if you want some, boots on the ground that can be some high swinging action with that haptic feedback, bam! Fucking Spider-Man is right where it's at. But, that's neither here nor there. We don't want to get too sidetracked and everything. We, of course, just want to talk about how excited we are for the new Call of Duty coming out. It's going to be a phenomenal play. We hope to pick it up on probably PlayStation 5, maybe PlayStation 5 Pro, hopefully. If we get to that point where we can get one of those. But, until then, we might just keep cranking in some money into that paid subscription service and then check out Call of Duty and not really own it for a while. But, hell, maybe we'll just play Call of Duty tonight with the new version not being out and just act like it's the new version, and it'd probably equatably be about the same experience and whatnot, especially like the online play probably be about the same, man. Running, motherfuckers jumping all over hell, man, and it's like they're damn bunny rabbits. But speaking of bunny rabbits, we gotta hop on out of here, so we'll catch you next time.